Hi friends, today's video is about how to introduce the concept of letter teams to your students or children. We spend a lot of time working on one-to-one letter correspondence. That means that the B says B and the T says T. And then all of a sudden, once they master that beginning level, we shift into teaching them something called digraphs, which is where two letters get together and they make a totally different sound. So when you have an S and an H next to each other, they don't say S, they say sh. And a T and an H don't say T, they say V or F. So it's kind of a hard concept to bridge when we spent so much time teaching them to say the sounds of the letters that they see. So this is how I teach this concept before I move on to step 3. And it's just a funny story. I'll bring one of the kids up and ask them a name of one of their friends. So if I'm talking to Susie and I'll say, what do you like to play with Sally? And she'll say, we like to play kitchen together. And then she'll pick a different friend. What do you like to play with Jeff? And she'll say, oh, we like to play family together. And we'll go through different friends. So the kids see that when they're with different people, they play in different ways. And then I just say that letters are the same way. And when they play together, they say different sounds than when they're by themselves. And sometimes, just like with your friends, you're going to be playing with the same friend, but you're going to play different games. First you'll play kitchen, then you'll play tag. You'll get to do different things when you're with the same friend. And that explains phonograms that have more than one sound. So the way that I usually do this is with the H, because a lot of the phonograms in step 3 have an H in them. So I will just show them, I'll kind of tell them the same story that we just did with them and their friends, but with the letter H. So I'll draw an H and I'll say this is H. When he's alone by himself, he says, right? But when he's together, when he gets together with S, they like to use their shovel. And the picture that matches SH is a shovel. So you picture S and H digging with a shovel. You can also do a little rhyme. If you can pretend that they're shy, and you can say when S and H go walking, they do quiet talking. Shh, shh, shh. That's another one. Whatever little trick you want to figure out, you want to make up for them. And then I'll erase the H and I'll say, oh, what about if S goes home and C comes over, then they like to do choppy talking. They, or that's like the little rhyme when C and H go walking, they do choppy talking and they go ch. And the word for this, there's actually 3 sounds that CH can say. So we always teach ch first, like chicken. And then the rest of the rhyme is that you give the chicken to the Christmas chef. So you can just teach them that all at the same time, or if you just want to teach the first most common sound, that's fine, however you want to do it with your students. So you can roll that into the little rhyme as well, if you want to. But I usually just do choppy talking. And then, oh, H, you didn't have to go home, sorry. So we still have our friend H. And maybe P comes over. And P and H really like dolphins. So you hear the F in the middle, dolphin, that's the word for PH, dolphin. And when W comes over, they like to whistle. And when, oh, this is a good one. When T comes over to play with H, T's kind of a bad influence on the letter H, and they stick their tongues out at people. And sometimes they do it quietly. TH is the only sound in the English language where your tongue is allowed to come out of your mouth. And a lot of the time kids will get TH mixed up with the V sound. And so I like to point out to them that when they do the TH sound, that their tongue is out, and when they do the V sound, they bite their lip. That's a good tip. So when T and H play, they stick their tongues out at people. Sometimes they do it quietly, and sometimes they do it noisily, because TH has both a voiced and unvoiced sound. And the reminder for this is they think. So you could also use that when T and H get together, they think. And you just picture them sitting there calmly thinking. And then you can extend this to totally other just, you can make H go home and talk about a different friend, like E and D, and you can talk about the games they play. Yeah, so that's how I introduce the concept. It's just that letters are like kids, they play different games when they play with different kids. And it totally makes sense to the kids, and then they're not confused by why you're suddenly asking them to say some totally different sound than what you've been drilling them on. So that is letter teams and how to introduce them. I hope that helps.